Welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to be using the Milani Gilded Gold eyeshadow palette. This is what the color scheme looks like. I'm not sure what I will be coming up with today, but let's just get started and see what we can come up with. So I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. For my eyeshadow base today, I'm using the Anastasia's eyeshadow base. This is a really good base. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to take the, I was looking for this other brush. That's not it. Here I go with this again. my life. With these brushes. We'll take this MAC 224 brush and just this fluffy brush, and we're going to go in with the shade. Let's do this third shade on the top row, and it's like a matte taupey type looking shade, and we're going to pop that shade into our crease area. So we're going to take a little bit of that shade. And Milani has some great eyeshadows too, by the way. If you have not tried them, they have some good shadows. So we're just going to place it into the crease area. And it has good pigmentation. And their shades are like really blendable as well. That's deeper than I expected. So I'm going to place a little bit on the other eye. And I like to place most of it on these the top of the outer V when I'm doing it in the crease, and go around. And then the rest of what's left on the brush, I'll kind of lightly pack the rest of it going towards the inner corner of the eye. But making sure most of it's on this outer V in the crease area. So now we're going to keep the same brush and we're going to start blending. And I'm blending in circular motions up towards my brow bone. But not all the way up, but just a little ways up. Pretty. And this shadow is blending like with no problem. So we're doing the same thing for the other eye. Just blend in circular motions up towards the brow bone just a little bit. And I just want to add just a little bit more. You can stop here if you want it, on the more softer side. But I just want a little bit more for a little more depth. So I'm going to apply a little bit more back into the crease without going up where I blended the shadow up towards the brow bone. This is a really nice shade. It has a good bit of fallout, but that doesn't matter to me, especially because I do my eyes first. I don't care about fallout. This is like really pretty coming together. Let's put a little bit more on this eye because I feel like the other eye has a little bit more shadow on it. Okay, so let's do that. Am I out of frame? Let's go out just a little bit in case I am. Okay, right there. Okay, so just a little more. Just so it'll be a little bit deeper. And I'm just applying a little bit more on the other eye as well. Focusing more of the shadow on the outer V portion of the eye and blending the rest right in my crease. And you can see the fallout, but it's like really a really nice palette. So now we're going to continue with the same brush, and we're going to go in with the shade Fembot. That's the second shade on the second row, and it's a more deeper matte shade. And we're going to pop that in our outer V area and just softly blend it up into our crease. But not, we're not going to go up towards where we blend that first shade. We're going to keep it right there in the outer V into the crease. And it's performing really, really nice. I need to pull out more of these Milani palettes. I know you can find these palettes at Walmart, Target, for like, I think maybe $14.99. But I definitely would not go to Ulta if you have a local Walmart or Target that carries them, because I believe they're $20 in Ulta, but they're $14.99 in Walmart and Target. So now we're going to go in with, we're going to clean our brush with my towel, the same brush, and I'm going to blend out the edges of the crease shade. We're going to blend it in circular motions since we do not have any product on this brush, just to make sure it's diffused really, really good. Do the same thing for the other eye. And it gives it that really nice ombre look going up towards your brow bone. And just make sure you just continue to blend and lightly blend. Especially if you do not set your base like me. I don't set my base a lot. But if you do set your base, I think you can kind of just blend a good bit of how you would like. But not too hard, but enough to get the shadow how you want it. So I think that should do it. This is like performing really, really good. So now we're going to go in with our glitter glue. And again, my Too Faced, because I'm really trying to use this thing up. So I'm going to take 2 little dollops rather, not drops, and place it right here more towards the center, towards the inner corner. We're not going to go all over the lid. Maybe like a half, shape of a half cut crease if you would do it. Just place it right there. And I only used a smaller amount than I usually would because I didn't want it to pack it all over my eyelid. I want to make sure I had enough to place it right in that area where I want it. So we're going to place the rest on the other eye. Because I love these matte shades. Are like so pretty. Like really pretty. So now we're going to do a little bit different this morning. Instead of using my finger, I want to take this Morphe little flat brush. It came in the Morphe 2 collection. And we're going to use, this is a beautiful shade down here at the bottom called On the Throne. I think I'm going to use that shade. And it's this second shade on the last row. Let me swatch the shade first. It's like a beautiful blue-brown type shade. I think I want to do that. Yes. But I do want to go in with my setting spray. Here it is. So we're going to take the shadow on the brush. And I'm just lightly dabbing it. Because it's already a lot of fallout with this well, the shimmer's not performing like the mattes with the kickback. Let's hope it performs. Okay, so we have a bit on the shadow, on the brush. We're going to spray it a little bit I'm going to spray the palette. Can you see me, guys? So we sprayed it. And we're going to place it on the lid by packing it with the brush. And when you use a brush, it gives you more, you can be more precise with it, where you actually want to just place the shadow. And we're going closer to the outer V, but not right over the whole lid. That's really pretty. I like that. And I'm just applying it in the shape of my crease area. I like that. That's pretty. So let's do the other eye. And just pack it on there, spray it again. And do the same thing, just pack it. And I like pressing down rather than pulling. I like to just press it on like I do my bronzers and stuff. Because I don't want to pull the shadow. And now we're going in the shape of the eye, the crease. And make sure it's packed on both eyes. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to use my ring finger. And we're going to just coat it so it'll be even smoother with our finger. And I'm not going up to the crease, just right on my lid. Just so I have that added coverage with my finger and smoother with the placement. This is like pretty. So now we're going to go in with the Sigma, what brush is this? The E47 brush. And this is a little flat blender brush. And we're going to blend out these, the crease area. So it won't be harsh where we place this shimmer shade. And I'm just blending lightly in circular motions just to diffuse that line where we placed it with that brush. I'm going back and forth in circular motions. And I'm lightly blending it, not too heavy. And as you can see, I didn't go all the way to the outer V, but you do want to blend the edges of it. And it may go towards it, but it's not packed on that outer V. I'll definitely be pulling out these other Milani eyeshadow palettes. This is a really good palette. I know the formula has always been pretty good, but I've never just really did a look with them on or off camera. Yes, this is coming together. So the last thing you want to do is kind of deepen up this outer V. So I feel like, let's do it anyways. Let's go in with this deeper greenish looking shade. Hunter greenish, green. And it's in the shade Eden. And it's this deeper green shade on the second row next to the last shade. And we're going to use the same brush because what we don't want to do is use a blending brush and pack that shadow. So we're going to pack a little bit on here and apply it in this outer V area just to deepen it up where the shimmer shade is. And I'm just blending in this outer V into the shimmer shade. Ooh, I like that. Apply a little bit more because I want it a little deep, but not too deep. And then you're going to want to make sure you take this up into the crease just to diffuse so you don't have any harshness with this shadow. That is beautiful. I like it. So now we're going to do the other area of the outer V on the other eye. Do the same thing. You want to place it and blend in circular motions and up into the crease area. Really lightly in that crease area. But you can pretty much pack it on the lid area where you want the more deeper shade. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. And I like these little fiber brushes. And I've said in a couple of my videos, I'm just applying a little bit more because I want a little bit deeper. I love these little fiber brushes when I'm doing these types of looks when I want to blend and I don't want to place too much shadow. That's why when I love these types of brushes. And then they diffuse like really, really good. So just pack a little bit more. Yes, baby, yes. So now we're going to clean this brush because we're going to go back in with the shimmer shade and so we can finish off the lid. And we're going to go back in with, like I said, the shimmer shade and place it on the brush and then just pack it back on the lid and blend right back up in that crease. This time I'm not going to the outer V because I wanted that green shade to stay on that outer V area. So now I'm just making sure I pack this shade, like I said, back on the lid and a little blended back in the crease and diffuse it where the outer V shade starts. I like this shimmer shade. It's pretty. So now I'm doing the same thing for the other eye. Packing it back on with this brush. Back up into the crease. And diffuse the edges. You don't want that harshness, but do not go all the way across the lid with the shimmer shade. This is like so pretty. So now I'm going to go back in with this MAC brush 224. Since it's clean, nothing's on it. And we're going to go ahead and blend out the area above the crease area. I'm not going directly in the crease because I don't want to move the shimmer shadow. But I do want to make sure it's blended really good with the other shades. I feel like I need to put a little bit more of this deeper green on this outer V going out because I feel like it's more applied on this outer V. She's going to take a dab of it and place it right on this outer V and blend outwards because I feel like it was cut off. Yeah, that's more like it. This is beautiful. I like it. So now we are going to take a makeup wipe. I normally have this thing out, but because of the noise and our micellar water by Simple. I'll take about 2 or 3 drops of it. Ooh. That was more like pouring. Okay, so now we're going to clean up on the under eye area so we can kind of see what else we need to do to the shadow and just drag it out to clean it up. And it gives it that sharp, crisp, clean look. And I just go ahead and clean everything else before I start doing my base. And you can see the shadow on the wipe. Then I'll do the same thing for my brow area. And I like to wrap it around my finger so that I can control the white along with the micellar water and what areas I want to clean up. Okay, so let's zoom you guys in a little bit. I liked how this look turned out. I think we need to do just like a little more blending so we can get this video wrapped up. So I'm going to go back in with this same fluffy brush because like I said, I'm not going to add any more shadows right now, but I'm cleaning it off so we can diffuse this crease area with these shades. And I'm not taking an actual bigger fluffy brush like the MAC brush because I don't want to take these shades all the way up my eyelid to my brow bone. I want them to stay where I placed them, but I do want it to be a little more blended because it looked like it was a little harshness to me. So now we're doing the same thing for this eye and making sure the shadows are placed as evenly as possible. So when you open your eyes, you can see the shadow, and it's not like down on this eye and this eye is lifted with eyeshadow. So that's what we're doing to fix it. And we're just blending the shadows that's already on the lid up a little bit above the crease. I think that's coming together pretty good. And again, I did not add any more shadow to this brush. So while we're here, let's do the MAC 224. I want to apply a little bit more of this deeper shade. So let's apply more of the shade. This loop. The first shade we use, which is the third matte shade on the top row. We're going to use this MAC brush again that we started out with because I like how soft it is when placing shadows. So I'm just going to pack it here and then we're going to blend towards the inner corner. And I'm blending in circular motions because I feel like the green and bluish brownish shades are like on the really pigmented side, and I want to make sure my shadows above my crease complements the deeper green. So I think this is so pretty. And we're just blending again to make sure everything is seamless. I think that's beautiful. So now we're going to clean up under our eye area one more time while we're zoomed in, and we can finish the rest of our face. And it is nice and clean. So I'm going to zoom you guys back out. So this is the final look for the lid. I'm going to go off camera to save me a good bit of time during this video, and I'll be back to show you guys my final look. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back, and this is the final look. Like I said, I love the eyeshadow formula. It is like really, really nice. And again, if you have not tried Milani eyeshadows, they are great for the price point. And like I said earlier during this video, I would check out my local Walmart and Target if you have one. Because like I said, Ulta, I think they are $19.99. And at Walmart and Target, they are $14.99 or $15.99, one of the two. But again, this is the palette, and it's the Gilded Gold. I love the way this performed this morning, and the eyeshadow look that I came up with. Again, this is what it looks like on the inside. Now to finish my look, I popped the very first shade in the palette into my inner corner, which is the shade Awesome, and it's just a gold shimmer. I placed it, like I said, inside to my inner corner to highlight. That is all I did with this palette off camera. For my foundation today, I did an oldie. I pulled out the L'Oreal Infallible Pros, the Glow and the Matte, and I mixed these two together to give me this nice, perfect shade that I like. For my lashes, I used the Flutter Lashes in the style Irresistible. I love these. They are really, really light. They're nice for every day. You really can't tell them on your eyes. I love these lashes. To finish the rest of my look, I bronze with the Iconic London bronzer, which is a nice bronzer. I did not contour today. I only bronzed, and then I used my Carity blush balm to highlight and blush my cheeks, and I used the middle shade for my blush and the last shade to highlight my right above my blush. And for my lips, I used my MAC Nightingale along with this Milani gold, glitter gold kind of, it's a reflect or something but it's a gloss by Milani, and this is in the shade Blushing, I can't see that, Blushing something I'm sorry, I hadn't even my glasses on. But this is the final look. I love this eye look. It's like so pretty, and you all see it was easy to create. It's like really, really pretty. I like how everything came together. I'm loving it. I did not apply any shadows on my lower lash line. I rarely ever do that because I always mess it up. I gotta find a different technique. If you know of a technique, let me know, because I used to do it all the time, but then it starts running so much down my face. I just kind of like got away from it. But like I said, if you have any suggestions, let me know. So this is the final look. I hope you guys like the final look, because I love the final look. And if you have not done so already, please comment, like, and subscribe to your girl's channel and become a part of my family. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.